that? You don't like that? It's no big deal, yeah. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Hey guys, Yankee Prepper, and I just want to talk to you a little bit today about the direction of my channel for this year, and you know, I also want to make an announcement about a new website that I've opened up under yankeeprepper.com. My channel's went through a couple changes, no doubt, in the 3+ years that I've been on here. 2 years ago, in fact, I took down a lot of my vids, my most popular vids, and I cut back in general because I didn't like the way prepping was going. And and it's no secret, I'm still disappointed in what preppers or prepping has become. It seems ironic to me. It's like you're at war with the world all the time. And it seems ironic to me that the very culture that I was, you know, trying to get away from and separate myself from and try to educate people to, you know, they have a choice between that culture and prepping would be a new thing where they could enjoy life. It was the very culture I was trying to get away from that played a pivotal part in defining prepper. I mean, I lost, no doubt about it. The Hollywood Jerry Springer culture out there was too strong, and it played the greatest part in defining the word prepper. And there was all too many volunteers trying to be a prepper, pretend they're a prepper, to help them into doing that. But prepping is, to me, what it's always been, you know, and I try to show that through my lifestyle. I've done everything that I could to separate myself from the crap. Again, I took down a lot of my vids and thought about pulling out, but there's a lot of real preppers on here, and there's a lot of good guys, a lot of peers that I keep in contact with and talk with, and that's the reason why I stay. I wouldn't have put this announcement up, I wouldn't have put a website up if I didn't feel like there were enough guys out there that I shared, you know, basic fundamentals with. The website, yankeeprepper.com, represents a new business venture for me. I'm really trying to rethink everything just based upon some of the changes economically that America is going through, and even the re-election of Barack Obama has kind of made me reevaluate how I want to handle making a living for my family. And so, I don't know, I want to scale back. Coffee, really, to me, I've been involved in it for over a decade, close to 15 years, and I've owned retail shops and done wholesale as well with coffee. But it's reached the price point where I see an opportunity, especially from a prepper point of view, that people might want to get back, at least, if not to save money, but just for the superior product of roasting themselves at home. Up until the 1940s, most people either picked up coffee from their grocery store, where the guy was roasting it fresh, or you know, some neighborhood cafe, or they would actually roast it at home themselves. In fact, I have some examples here. That's what I've had the camera staring at this whole time. This is, I'm very proud of this piece of equipment. It's probably close to 500 years old. Believe it or not. It's an Arab antique coffee roaster, and long before they had lightweight and compact camping gear, the Arabs were carrying their own little coffee roasters and green coffee around on their side packs. It's a really nice piece of equipment. I can still roast coffee. I have roasted coffee in this, and it's that easy. They would just roast enough coffee to drink the next morning, every night on the fire. Really cool piece of equipment. Can't say I love that enough. Here's another coffee roaster. This would be something that Americana, probably from the colonies on to the 1930s, you might find in somebody's house. In fact, this is an elitist coffee roaster. Another very, very rare piece of equipment in the coffee world, only because it's an alcohol roaster. Most people would use coals to roast their coffee or have to roast it outside. Well, this one is for elitists or wealthy people. They would fill this chamber with alcohol, grain alcohol, and they would roast their coffee like this, and they could do it on the inside of the house because alcohol is so clean burning. These are very rare. They never made these in mass production like they did the other ones. But that's how most Americans roasted their coffee. They would roast it like this, or they'd buy it at a local grocery store where the guy had a roaster where he was, roasting it in bulk. There's so much history to coffee. I mean, I could fill up video after video of it, and I think that's one of the directions I'm going to take my channel in. I'm going to do a lot of different roasting. Today, for instance, we don't need that. And we don't need that. A very easy way to roast green beans is with a used hot air popcorn maker. In fact, this one's the Popcorn Pumper, which was made back in the 80s, and I'm especially proud of that acquisition because this is one of these rare things where back then it was still made in the USA. It's impossible to find anything like this made in the USA today. But I picked this up for less than $15 at the Goodwill shop. And it works great, and this is actually one of the simplest ways to roast your own coffee at home. So this is kind of the direction that I'm going to be taking it in. I feel like coffee's gotten to the price point, like everything, it's skyrocketing. And for people that like a good quality product for the least amount of money, which I think is kind of a prepper value, this might be pretty interesting to them. Coffee beans like these I purchased from brokers, from connections that I've had with my coffee shop in the past. I've been to plantations all over the world: South America, Jamaica, Indonesia, Hawaii, just to name a few. And you begin to make connections and know what to look for. I have a selection of coffee offerings on my website already, and they're micro lots. Just really good offerings. All of them have been just excellent coffees. And I roast them at home. I've been roasting at home. I built a small roaster on my grill. I've got a video up on that right from the beginning of my channel. And back then, when I first put that up, you could still get coffee fairly cheap. But I feel like it's reached that price point where coffees I was selling at my shops for $8 to $12 a pound are now selling for $18 to $20 a pound. That's how much it's went up for good coffee. If you can drink gas station swill, you don't have to worry about it. But I can't do that, being an elitist and everything. I do like a good quality coffee. I demand it, and I just can't pay that much. And I'm beginning to think that there's probably other people out there that can't do that either. So I want to go into how you can roast your own coffees at home and save yourself a ton of money, yet get a better product than what Starbucks can sell. That's my whole point with the website. I also want to go into gear a little bit, gear that I know works and gear that I would approve of. Right now, this is the only piece of gear that I have up. Some of you might have seen it on Brooklyn was nice enough to actually do a video about it. I sent it to him for Christmas. But this is the AeroPress, and I am carrying these on my website. I've got a good price on them. I'm not trying to overprice anything. I'll always try to get you the best price on stuff. I have a warehouse that I can buy things in bulk, and that's and then I'll sell them for the best price that I can. So the AeroPress is the best piece of equipment I've ever had for making coffee in the field. And in fact, it's so good that this is the only thing I make coffee from in my house. I mean, this is the ultimate coffee maker. It'll change your whole world if you're into fresh brewed coffee on the spot. The kits that I'm selling come with their own carrying bag and filters and everything, and I will do a video about this as well. I'll do some videos on roasting and how to roast, get the different roasts using different pieces of equipment. You can even roast using a frying pan. And then I'll do a thorough vid on showing this off as well, the AeroPress. But this is definitely Yankee Prepper approved. So that's the direction I'm going to take my channel. I know how to live a better life than what Hollywood's trying to sell you. And I'm also going to do a lot more outdoor vids, self-sufficiency vids, and you know, I've got a lot of deep experience with equipment. I've got a lot of equipment, and I'll do a lot of seasonal vids, how to camp outdoors, you know, winter, spring, summer, and fall. And that's really where the roots of my prepping is. If I can be comfortable out there, I can definitely be comfortable in my house and still be self-sufficient. So that's the new announcements. Please, you know, if you're interested in this, check out my website. Check out my coffee offerings. If you have any questions, you know, feel free to write me. And if you have any questions on this especially, I've got a limited amount of these in stock right now. And I've got, you know, good prices on them. So check them out. And I guess thanks. You know, thanks for listening to all this and where I'm going to in the upcoming year.